Selby Stadium halftime between the Case Western Reserve University Spartans and the Ohio Wesleyan Battling Bishops. The Spartans in the locker room with a 28-0 lead on the Battling Bishops. Case got on the board first in the first quarter. Greg Meyer, a 26-yard touchdown run, kept a 6-play, 59-yard drive. Case would then put together their most impressive offensive drive of the season, 19-play, 76-yard drive, occupying over 9 minutes. And Case would take a 14-0 lead on a Corey Check-in 1-yard touchdown run. Zach Homick would then catch a 28-yard pass from Dan Whalen, and Whalen would scamper in with 9 seconds remaining in the first half to put Case up 28-0. Individual statistics for Case: they have 101 yards rushing, 150 yards passing for a total of 251 yards in total offense, 40 plays, and have had the ball for 17 minutes and 27 seconds. Fourth Bishops, 58 yards on the ground, 52 yards through the air for a total of 110 yards in total offense. The Bishops have run 23 plays and had control of the football for 12 minutes and 33 seconds. Third down conversions for Case, 6 of 8 on the afternoon. The Bishops are 1 of 4. Individually for the Spartans, they are led on the ground by Greg Meyer, 5 carries, 44 yards and a touchdown. Billy Dykeman has 3 carries for 25 yards. Derek Bush has picked up 14 yards on 4 carries, and Whalen has the touchdown, 14 total yards on the ground, 5 carries for the junior quarterback. Whalen 14 of 18 for 150 yards and a touchdown. Through the air and receiving, Zach Homick leads the team, 5 catches, 72 yards. And a touchdown. And we welcome back to the booth here at Selby Stadium, the voice of Case Western Reserve University football, Dave Wilson.
Well, it wasn't very much different than what we expected, Ed, as you looked over the numbers, and particularly games against common opponents. Well, Wesleyan beaten previously this season by Oberlin 28-15, and also by Worcester 20-2. And so Case with big wins against both of those teams. And the outcome in the first half, squarely in favor of Case, 28-0, and we are ready for the start of half number 2. Case will receive the football to start play here in the third quarter. Here is the kickoff of the second half. It'll drift all the way back to the 12-yard line, and it's taken by Bobby Bott. Comes across the field, hits the 30, to the 35, out to the 39-yard line before he is hit and dropped down, and that's where Case will start. Defensive pressure provided by Eric Miller, a sophomore linebacker out of Plymouth, Ohio. Bobby Bott with 2 interceptions in the first half, including one on the final play of the second quarter. Just underway, third quarter action. Dan Whalen stays in the football game for the Spartans, who lead it by 4 touchdowns. Whalen ran for a touchdown in the first half. Bill Dykeman gets the call on the first play from scrimmage, and he is stuffed in the backfield. Thrown for a loss there. They'll mark it back a couple of yards. Second down and 12 for the Spartans. Well, the crowd finding its way back to their seats here at Selby Field, 9,100 capacity. And we're not pushing that number here today. Fake handoff to Dykeman. They go to Webster, far side of the field. He makes the catch, but really can't get any significant yardage there. Might have picked up 1. It'll be third down and 11.
It's been a Case specialty here in the first half. The Spartans 6 of 8 on third down conversions in the first half.
Spartans really did play very precise football in the first half. Meyer, Check-in, Homick, Whalen, all touchdowns. Homick a 28-yard touchdown reception from Dan Whalen. Whalen back to throw on third down. That ball is batted down and incomplete. Whalen was looking downfield for Brian Middleton, who was deep down the middle of the field, but the ball batted down at the line of scrimmage and complete. Fourth down and 13. And Whalen will punt the ball for the first time today.
First time Case has been stopped on offense today. They scored on their first 4 possessions. Seth Howland back to receive that kick for Ohio Wesleyan.
Holland, the freshman, 6'2", 185 pounds. He is averaging 3.2 yards per return this year on his punt returns. High kick for Whalen, who booted a 75-yard punt earlier, in fact, just last week, against the College of Worcester Fighting Scots. This one bounces at the 25-yard line, takes a Wesleyan bounce, and the Spartans finally down it at the 28.
35-yard kick for Whalen.
First and 10 for the Battling Bishops of Ohio Wesleyan University as they come back out and take over at their own 28-yard line. 28-0 Case. Mike Fisher, the quarterback, will work from the shotgun, man in motion. They will hand it. That is Beach carrying it around the left side, crosses the 30, near the 35 before he's knocked out of bounds by Brad Paramore.
Case came out there showing 4-4-3 on their defense, anticipating the run. As Ohio Wesleyan averaging 177 yards rushing per game, just 96 passing. They'd prefer to run 2-1 if they could. They have a steep hill to climb. Case leading by 4 touchdowns. The Bishops have scored just 6 touchdowns all season.
And none of those through the air. No passing touchdowns this year for the Ohio Wesleyan offense. Stephen Brown, who ran the ball a lot in the very first few minutes of the game, but it kind of disappeared in the later part of the half. He gets the carry out across the 35-yard line, kind of a dangerous move. He stuck the football out as he was being tackled and managed to hang onto it, but had it out there in one-handed.
You mentioned Brown. He had 8 carries for 23 yards in the first quarter.
Well, over to the third quarter action. Great to have you with us today for Spartans football. 28-0 Spartans. They'll hand this one to Beach again. Gets to the 40, runs for first down yardage, and then he is upended by Luis Gonsalves as he is knocked out of bounds near the Wesleyan sideline. Nice tackle by Gonsalves, but it does go for a first down as Raymond Beach runs for the first down, picking up about 4. Got to the 41-yard line. The Battling Bishops still operating in their own territory. 12:21 to go in the third quarter. This one will be carried by Kyle Adams, and he runs the same route as Beach did on the previous play around the left corner on the short side of the field. And he gets out to the 42-yard line, a pickup of just 1, and it's second down and 9.
Dave, you mentioned that individuals listening to us can contact us here in the booth at sportsinfo@case.edu. Got a note from the Breon family in Texas, Grandma Ruth and Grandpa Dave listening.
Back to throw Fisher. He's rushed out of the pocket, now tucks it under and runs upfield, but there is Jeff Brown to put the hit on Fisher. Knock him down after about a 1-yard gain. Jeff Brown, the junior linebacker, stops that run. Brown, the pride of North Olmsted, Ohio.
The Eagles coming through Mike Tachek's system over there in North Olmsted.
Other scores floating in from other Division III games around the Ohio area. 11-11 to go here, third quarter. Case up 28-0. Fisher rolls to his left, looks back downfield, still on his feet. The outlet receiver is Brown out of the backfield. He makes the catch and dives out to the 50, but it'll be short of the first down.
Fisher rolled to his left, then wanted to circle back and roll to his right and try to throw it against the grain. He rolled, circled back, and went face-to-face with Brian Calderon about 6 yards away. Fisher stopped dead in his tracks like he'd seen a ghost because Calderon was just waiting for him to run backside to him. Fisher was forced to find somebody on the near side upfield. Not enough for a first down.
Chris Crass will be out to punt on 4th down and 2 from the 49-yard line. Here comes the punt. Gonsalves is back deep. It goes over his head. Bounces inside the 5. They're going to down this one at the 5-yard line.
Ohio Wesleyan only had 10 players on the field.
So a nice punt by Crash out of Aurora High School. And despite missing a player on that punting unit. They pin Case back at their own 5-yard line. Halftime, Allegheny 7, Denison 7. That game being played at Denison University. Earlham leading Hiram by a score of 35-21. That game being played at Earlham College. Oberlin and Kenyon tied 14-14 at the half. Dan Whalen and company back out on the field, leading at 28-0. They'll hand it off to Meyer, and he runs for about 4 yards straight over the right tackle. And it's second down and about 6. Wittenberg leading Wabash by a score of 10-3. Of course, Wabash ended Case's season last year. And in that last report, Worcester leading Washington 14-7. 9:49 to go, third quarter. We're at Ohio Wesleyan today at Selby Field.
Historic Selby Field.
Handed again to Meyer, carrying it across the 10, out near the 12-yard line, well short of the first down. It'll be third down for the Spartans, and it looks like about 3rd and 5 facing Case right now. They lead at 28-0. Tomorrow will mark the 79th anniversary of this facility.
Yeah, it was built in 1929 and formally dedicated on October 19th, 1929, just before the stock market crashed.
Does seat 9,100 here, seating on both sides of the field.
And designed by a company from Northeast Ohio, the Osborne Engineering Company.
9 minutes to go, third quarter. Dan Whalen needs a timeout here. He'll take a timeout as they were about to get the delay of game penalty. Third down and 5, Case leading at 28-0 in the third quarter. Back after this 30-second timeout on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Hey, out-of-town Spartan fans. Looking for a comfortable and affordable hotel? The Hampton Inn downtown features well-appointed guest rooms within a safe walking distance to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Great Lakes Science Center, Brown Stadium, Progressive Field, and many restaurants. Located at East 9th and Superior Avenue, the Hampton Inn downtown offers an extensive complimentary continental breakfast each morning. Just minutes away from the Case campus, the Hampton Inn downtown is the perfect place for out-of-town Spartans fans. Ask for special Case rates as low as $84 per night. Affordable and within safe walking distance to downtown Cleveland's restaurants and attractions. Hampton Inn Downtown, an official hotel of Case Athletics. Listen to Phil Heimlich at his new time, Tuesday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 1220 The Word.
David Wilson and Doherty back here at Selby Field in Delaware, Ohio. Case against Ohio Wesleyan today as the Spartans lead it by a score of 28-0 here in week 6 of the Case season. Case 5-0. Ranked 15th in Division III football. Case looking at a 3rd and 5 right now. Whalen will work from the shotgun. They have 4 receivers in the game. Holmick and Webster on the left. Metalsitz and Colasar line up to Whalen's right side. Meyer is in the backfield, and they fire looking for Holmick. Over on the far side, it's incomplete. Thrown low by Whalen. Holmick cannot come up with it, and the Spartans will have to punt. Punting unit comes on.
We talked about it last week that in the first half, Case very effective. They had just 6 total punts in the first half all year, 3 of those coming last week against Worcester. Did not punt this afternoon until the second half.
Second straight punt coming up here for Whalen, and he will do so from his own end zone. Football marked at the 12-yard line. Long snap comes back from DJ Sutka. High snap, but Whalen gets it away. This is a very short kick. It will take a Case bounce and be down by Jeff Brown out at the 41-yard line.
29-yard kick by Whalen.
So the football will be marked at the 41. So the Bishops will take over in Case territory here with the Spartans leading it by a score of 28-0. It was 55 degrees at game time, and the clouds have started to blot out some of the sunshine we had in the first half, but still a very pleasant day here for college football in Delaware. And a side note, our booth temperature is about 85 right now, Ed.
Yeah, it's beginning to cool down thanks to the clouds.
Fisher rolling out to his right now, scrambling, and gets close to the 40-yard line. So he ends up being run out of bounds on the far side near the Case bench and picks up maybe 1 yard on that play. Long second down coming up for the battling Bishops. And it looked like somebody shaken up over there on the sideline. Might have been the member of the chain gang over there. No, it looks like a Case player.
It is a Case player down.
That play ended up spilling over into the Case bench as they ran Fisher out of bounds.
Is that Brian Calderon?
It looks like somebody's down. We'll see who's about to get up. It is Calderon who is helped up. Of course, Brian playing on that injured knee. Heavily braced. He injured it in week 1. Injured an ACL, but has come back after missing 2 weeks and has played the last 2 for Case. They will take him over to the bench and take a look at him. He's being helped over there by a couple of teammates and a coach. Meanwhile, they keep it on the ground for the Bishops, and this is close to first down yardage. I believe that was Kyle Adams.
And nothing tricky by Adams. Simply took the handoff from the wing position, went around the right side. And a couple of key blocks to seal the end and picked up 8.
Short of the first down. Third down and about 2 coming up for Ohio Wesleyan. It is 28-0 Case. Third quarter action. Adams will run it again. He is hit as he puts his head down. Jake May makes first contact with him to try and hold him out of first down yardage.
He'll have the first down, Dave, by about less than half a football.
They are going to move the chains and give him the first down. No measurement called for. They mark the football right at the 30-yard line. He gets the 2 yards he needed for the first down. Fisher and company will reset on first down. Operating at the Case 30. Spartans coming on the blitz. Jeff Brown mistimed his rush and came running into the neutral zone before the snap.
Actually crossed over, was in the backfield, which will stop play.
So slightly offside by Jeff Brown. And that will move it ahead to the 25-yard line. Great to have you with us today for Spartans football. If you're just tuning in, the Spartans took a 7-0 lead after the first quarter and then punched it in 3 times in the second quarter. They have a 28-0 lead right now in the third. Raymond Beach spins at the line of scrimmage. He is hit and dropped. Tackled there by Case. Very little gain. Jake May was again in on the tackle. So no gain for Beach. 25, the line of scrimmage, the 25-yard line. 28-0 Case. Sun starts to come back out now at Selby Field. Fisher fakes the handoff, now rolls out to his right, throws, and it's in traffic, almost intercepted.
Yeah, Jeff Brown got his hand up as the ball was floated into 5 or 6 white shirts. Looks like Fisher just threw it up for grabs, hoping one of his receivers would go down and grab it.
All white shirts around that football. Brown knocks it down, incomplete. Third down and 5 from the 25. Ohio Wesleyan 1-4, 1-3 in the North Coast Athletic Conference. Case 5-0 on the season, yet to play a conference game. Fisher in the pocket, rolls out, goes far to his right. Case in pursuit. Fisher tucks it under, runs it, is hit and knocked out of bounds, and may have the first down.
He will. He managed to stick the ball ahead and get his feet inside the 20-yard line. It'll be good enough for a first down.
So the scramble results in a first down for Ohio Wesleyan. They will mark that ball at the 19-yard line of Case. Fisher scrambling and getting the first down. He is their leading rusher, coming in with 234 yards rushing on the season. They'll hand this ball to Raymond Beach, and he gets all the way down to the 10-yard line, but loses the football. Luis Gonzalez comes up with it for Case. It's a turnover, and the Spartans take over.
That was Mike Peliak came in there. As Beach was being hung up in traffic, Peliak just reached in and ripped it loose. And the Spartans have created their 3rd turnover on the afternoon. They're now plus 16 on the season.
2 interceptions and now a fumble recovery by the Spartans. And that snuffs out what was the most promising drive, Ed, of the day for Ohio Wesleyan. And the Spartan offense comes back out to take over at their own 9. Dan Whalen, the junior quarterback, still in the game. 28-0 Case. Whalen wings it out to Brian Metalsitz. He has the catch across the 10, out near the 15-yard line. And Metalsitz, the freshman out of North Royalton, gives the Spartans some extra room to work with as he gets out close to the 14.
Ryan Janney acting at outside linebacker for the Bishop showing blitz. Whalen sensed it and went away from the blitz to pick up 5.
4 receiver set. Whalen rolls out, looks for Colasar. He's open on the sideline, makes the catch at the 20. Hit and knocked out of bounds at the 22. So they go to Colasar, the open man. Case moving the football. He started on the 9. Now they get it out past the 20 on 2 plays. First and 10 Spartans. Homick and Webster and Metalsitz will line up on the left side. Webster in the slot. Colasar, the lone man on the right side. In the backfield, it looks like Derek Bush lines up with Dan Whalen just to the left of the quarterback. Whalen will hand this ball to Derek Bush. Gets out to the 25. Flag comes in. Probably a holding call. Bush whistled down at the 36-yard line.
I would have liked to have seen Dan Whalen check out of that play. They had Brian Webster lined up against Tolliver, the defensive end. Webster in the slot. Tolliver shifted out. Case with a huge advantage in that setup.
Yeah, Webster might have been able to get a few steps on him and break downfield. As it is, Bush the ball carrier, but it's a hold against the Spartans. We'll mark it off from the spot of the foul, which looks to be the 24-yard line. So they'll mark this back down to the 14. Case leading it by a score of 28-0. We're in the third quarter with 5:09 to play here in quarter number 3. Case with a 4-touchdown lead right now on the Ohio Wesleyan battling Bishops. Whalen will drop back in the shotgun. Again, a 4-receiver set. 3 stacked over on the left side. That's the wide side of the field. Case moving left to right here in the third quarter. Whalen wants to get rid of it. Downfield, finds Colasar at the 30-yard line, and he is grabbed around the waist and ridden out of bounds. But it's good for a first down as the Spartans convert on the pass play from Whalen to Colasar as they get the holding yardage back. It's all the way out to the 33-yard line.
Nothing fancy about that play. Colasar ran to a spot, cut himself to the sideline. Whalen wound up, double pumped it, threw it out there.
Ryan Colasar, the junior out of Mentor, Ohio, back-to-back catches on this drive. Sutka goes in motion for the Spartans. Whalen will go back and hand the football to Bill Deitman, also out of Mentor, Ohio. Crosses over the 35 and is still on his feet, never brought down as he's out near the 40-yard line. Hey, Mark Deitman down on the 40. Nice run by Bill Deitman, showing a little power there after he carried the pile with him about 2 more yards.
And Deitman averaging almost 4 yards per carry. He's found the end zone 3 times. So it's just running back by committee, checking Meyer, Bush, Deitman, one after another, getting carries.
And same with the receivers as well. Homick, Colasar, Webster, Metalsitz. Have not seen much of Sean Nicely today. They hand it off to Deitman again. Picks his way forward across the 45, out across midfield. And is still inbounds when he is tackled at the 49-yard line of Ohio Wesleyan.
And back to that point about the running backs. Other than Corey Chicken, who's really your short yardage back, the other 3, Meyer, Burch, and Deitman, have that fear of running between the tackles. Each of them can take a hit and deliver one as well.
Flag comes out as they hand this one to Greg Meyer. And he gets out to the 44-yard line, running over left tackle this time. But the flag is out. We'll see what that is all about as it stops the clock with 3:25 to go here in the third quarter.
Colasar and Webster were moving forward towards the line at the time of the snap.
So that goes against the Spartans on the procedure penalty. They'll mark it back to the 41-yard line. I did not notice any type of injury to Sean Nicely, but also have not seen him check in the game in a while. Metalsitz has been out there, as well as Webster, Holmick, and Colasar.
Well, and remember up front, Neil Dolan not in the ball game. It's the freshman for Case at center, Mike Allen.
Yeah, Dolan has been nursing a back injury. They go to Sutka from Whalen, who rolled out. Sutka still on his feet, out across the 40 to the 38-yard line before he's tackled. DJ Sutka.
That's his third catch of the ball game. That equals the total number of catches he had all season coming into this afternoon.
Sutka, the junior tight end out of Arlington High School in Homeworth, Ohio. He rumbles forward down to the 38-yard line and picks up a first down.
Glad to see the offense utilizing the tight end a little bit more. Next on my wish list, the screen pass.
Actually scanning over the sideline now, I see Sean Nicely, who has taken off his pads and is in shorts over on the sideline. Still with his jersey on, but not in action for the rest of the day, it appears. Down to the 35-yard line as Meyer carries for 3, second down and 7.
See Neil Dolan on the bench as well, trying to stretch his back out. Billy Dyson was sprinting up and down the field as well on the sideline, trying to get himself loose.
So Sean Nicely, who has 7 touchdown catches on the year, not in action here in the second half, and now not in uniform. Whalen in the pocket, zings it downfield, and there's pass interference as Metalsitz is upended by Rylan Mitter-Burke, and that elicits a flag right away, and a pass interference call coming up against the Battling Bishops.
And Metalsitz cut across the field, tried to get inside the numbers, and Mitter-Burke just undercut him. Metalsitz had no shot to catch up with the football.
So they'll mark that one off for the Spartans on the pass interference call against Rylan Mitter-Burke. This one will be marked all the way down to the 20-yard line on the 15-yard pass interference penalty. Meyer lines up in the backfield. Actually, that's Bush in the backfield behind Whalen. 2 receivers set, tight on the right side. Whalen will go back and hand to Derek Bush. Tries to bounce to the outside, cuts it back in, and dives down to the 18-yard line, a pickup of 2 for Derek Bush. Bush out of Katanning, Pennsylvania, played his high school ball at Ford City. He has not been in on the scoring act yet today. Meyer and Checkett and Whalen have scored the rushing touchdowns for Case, who lead it by a score of 28-0 with just 1:19 to go here in the third quarter.
Starting strong safety for Ohio Wesleyan on the near sideline, having his calf looked at for possible cramps. That's Daniel DeLay. He's been replaced by Kyle Karzinski.
Whalen will work from the shotgun. Deitman is checked in for the Spartans. Whalen looks to get rid of it. Timing pattern down the far sideline for Colasar is too far in front, incomplete. But have had very little room to work with along the sideline there as he was double covered. It'll be second down, I should say third down and 8 for Case from the Ohio Wesleyan 18-yard line.
More notes coming in to sportsinfo at case.edu. Barb and Chuck Doublak listening to us. Parents of the head coach of the Case Spartans listening in from Raleigh, North Carolina. They enjoy the broadcast, especially the home games, with the video feed.
Just 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Happy to have all of you listening in today. Here's Whalen to throw, scrambles, rolls out to the right, looks to the end zone for Holmick, and it's incomplete out in front of Holmick. Whalen being rushed and did not get a whole lot on that ball and left it way out in front of Holmick. That'll bring about a 4th and 8. And here comes the sophomore, Sam Coffey, on to attempt the field goal. This will be a 35-yard attempt. Football at the 18. They will spot it at the 25.
Coffey 4 of 6 on the season. Does have a 44-yarder that against Denison earlier in the season.
Coffee awaiting. Here is the kick. It is on its way, and it is going to be no good. Kick no good. He missed it off to the left. So Coffee misfires from 35 yards, and the Spartans give it up without scoring, although they did march down the field. And Ohio Wesleyan will take over at their own 18. 28-0 Case. In the final minute of the third quarter here today at Selby Field, the venerable football facility, just 79 years old tomorrow. Here's Fisher, back to throw, over the middle, almost intercepted, tipped, and then Paramore almost got a hand on it. Ben Klabina there defensively as well. Stephen Brown the intended target. Second down and 10 for the battling Bishops.
Well, the Bishops dedicated their football stadium 79 years ago tomorrow, but they were also part of another dedication 7 years prior. They opened Ohio Stadium against the Buckeyes in 1922. The Bishops, unfortunately, on the short end, 5-0 against the Buckeyes that afternoon, but involved in that game.
They were common opponents for many years back in the early part of the century. Fumble on the carry by Stephen Brown. It's scooped up by Ben Klabina, and he runs in for the touchdown. That'll go for about 14 yards as Ben Klabina picks up the loose ball as it came out of the hands of Stephen Brown, and Klabina runs in for the score to make it 34-0 Case.
Klabina also has an interception on the season, and this defense is beginning to put points on the board once again.
Ben Klabina, the outside linebacker from Uniontown, Ohio, runs it in for the score, and the Spartans bring out Sam Coffey for the PAT. It is up, and it is good, and that makes it a 35-0 Case advantage. We'll be back with more third quarter action after this on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
How to explain the new RTA Healthline to an Orange Barrel on Euclid Avenue.
Look, here's the thing, Orange Barrel. We need you to leave Euclid Avenue and make way for the new RTA Helpline. It's going to connect Public Square with University Circle and bring in $4.3 billion in business development. And frankly, we think you'd just be in the way. I'm sure you understand. Oh, come on, Orange Barrel. Don't do that. Not here, Orange Barrel. Please. You're making a scene.
The RTA Healthline.
Listen to Phil Heimlich at his new time, Tuesday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 1220 The Word.
Ben Klabina's fumble return gives the Spartans a 35-0 lead as they continue to pitch the shutout here with just 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball popping out of the hands of Stephen Brown, and the Spartans running it in. There was Klabina, Johnny on the spot, right place, right time to pick it up and rumble in. Kickoff goes back to the 10-yard line. It'll be taken by Patrick Flanagan of Ohio Wesleyan out to the 20. And then he is tackled by Derek Bush on the special teams unit. DJ Sutka in there on the tackle as well. Battling Bishops will come out with just 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Battling Bishops offensive unit comes back out with Mike Fisher, the former Kenston Bomber quarterback. He's a senior, or I should say a sophomore for Ohio Wesleyan, 6'1", 195. A lot of Cleveland area players on this team. Fisher will keep it himself, runs it across the 25, and then he is hit and knocked backwards. He was never tackled, but the officials blow the play dead.
Late flag came in from the referee in the backfield chasing the play down. It's going to be against Case.
Late flag, we'll see what the call is. Fisher ran the football out to the 28-yard line, a pickup of 6 yards. Right now, 12 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Don't forget, Case will be on the road next week at Hiram College. And that will be a 1 o'clock kickoff. We'll have all the play-by-play for you here on 1220 The Word and on the internet at case.edu. They pick up the flag, no call. Second down and 4. Mike Fisher calling out the signal, shotgun. They whistle that play dead, and that's the end of the quarter. They did not get it off in time as the final 12 seconds tick away before the snap. 3 quarters in the books here at Selby Field in Delaware. It's the Spartans 35 and the Battling Bishops nothing. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Writers who publish the old-fashioned way tell a lot of the same stories. A compromised message, little control over the product, and a year or more before a book is on the market. Want to keep your book yours? Self-publish with Zulon Press. Specializing in Christian authors, Zulon Press requires no compromises, gets your book in print in a fraction of the time, and 100% of the reward is yours. Learn more with your free self-publishing guide at ChristianPublishing.com. Your book, your message, your rewards. ChristianPublishing.com.
AM 1220 The Word with your word for the week.
Neither by the blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood he entered in once into the holy place, having obtained eternal redemption for us. Hebrews 9, verse 12.
Northern Ohio's Christian talk station, AM 1220 The Word.
Listen to Phil Heimlich at his new time, Tuesday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 1220 The Word.
Well, we head down the home stretch here in the final quarter of play, fourth quarter here at sunny Selby Stadium in Delaware, Ohio. Mid-50s for the ball game today. Beautiful day for college football, and the Spartans enjoying themselves here on the road today. They lead it by a score of 35-0 as we head into the final 15 minutes. Football belonging to Ohio Wesleyan right now. They hand it to Kyle Adams. He gets out across the 35, a pickup of 6 on the play. That should be good for a first down for the Battling Bishops. So a new set of plays for Mike Fisher and company. Well, the Ohio Wesleyan faithful who turned out today had somewhat quiet right now. There's not a lot to cheer about yet today as their team has not been able to break onto the scoreboard. Raymond Beach carrying the football out near the 40-yard line, a pickup of 3 for the freshman.
Some halftime stats, or third quarter stats for you, Dave. The Case Spartans with 329 yards in total offense, 132 on the ground, 197 yards passing. For the Bishops, 160 yards in total offense. That's 102 rushing, 58 passing.
Setting up for the next play. This will be a 2nd down and 7 for the Bishops of Ohio Wesleyan University. The Case defense has really turned in a stellar effort today. Fisher will go back and hand this ball to Beach. Tries to spin across the 40, which he does, but he has Bobby Bott on his back. And the play finally finished off by the Spartans. Getting in there on the tackle was Rich Doolin. And stop Beach from spinning away for any further yardage. It'll be 3rd down, about 5. So Beach gets about 1 on that play. And it's a 3rd and 5 from the Ohio Wesleyan 42-yard line. They'll go to Beach again, and he is stuffed as he tries to go right up the middle.
That'll bring on the punting unit.
John Genovese in on the tackle there, and makes it 4th down and 4 for Ohio Wesleyan in their own territory. So Luis Gonçalves will drop back to receive a punt from Chris Crass, the senior out of Aurora. Waiting on the snap. There it is. And he drops the football, picks it up, but he is going to be tackled before he can get the kick away. Lisa Sala gets back in there and tackles Crass at the 31-yard line.
Billy Deitman also in there on coverage for Case. And again, it all broke down with the bobble. And the Spartans didn't give up on the play, didn't look for a return. Sala and Deitman in there to cover up, and Case owns it now in Bishop's territory at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, they will mark it on the 32. So the Spartans, though, still working with a very short field here after the botched punt attempt. Whalen, actually that's Joey Baum now in the game for the Spartans. He fumbles the snap, falls on it at the 35. So a new quarterback in for Case, and it is the sophomore, Joey Baum, 6'1", 195, out of Walsh Jesuit High School, Dalton, Ohio, who did a terrific job filling in for Wayland earlier this season in the first couple of weeks of the year.
Wayland finishes the afternoon 19 of 27, 197 yards and a touchdown. Also ran for a touchdown.
Baum wings it out to Zach Homick on the far sideline, and they say Homick's knee touched the ground before he started upfield. So a couple of yards on the completion, but nothing after as Homick touched his knee to the ground. So the football marked now at the 36-yard line. And it will be a long third down for Case. 3rd and 14 for Joey Baum. Baum wears number 6 for the Spartans. Back to throw. Now he tries to run it straight up the middle and has running room out to the 30. Tries to turn the corner. He does to the 25. Knocked out of bounds. And he really absorbs a tough hit from behind. Delivered by Brian Caliber.
And he picked up the first down.
That play.
And it has to be 4 times this afternoon. We've seen Case in 2nd or 3rd and long, and able to convert. Ryan Colasar with a couple of those grabs. Zach Homick with a first down grab on a 3rd and long early in the first quarter.
So Baum scrambles for the first down. He takes the snap, goes back, fakes a handoff to Deitman, throwing for check, and it's picked off. Intercepted by the battling Bishops. Matt Nassif comes up with the interception and is tackled at the 25-yard line. So the Spartans turn it over on the interception by Nassif, the senior, out of Brookline, Massachusetts.
Well, Baum has thrown his first interception of the season. And that's the 4th turnover committed by Case this season.
Baum and Wayland now each with 1 interception on the season. So just the 2nd overall for Case today. There come the battling Bishops again. Kyle Adams carrying the football, runs into his own man, stays on his feet, gets out to the 30-yard line. Picks up about 5 on that play. Clock continues to move with under 11 to go here in the 4th quarter. Case leading it by a score of 35-0.
John Hamill in at linebacker for Case. Dan Fody up front, a reserve defensive lineman for the Spartans. 2nd and 5. Derek Sharp in the defensive secondary.
They'll hand this one to Adams again, still running, gets across the 40, he's tripped up and gets run out of bounds near the 45-yard line. He picks up close to 15 on that play. First down run for Kyle Adams.
So a lot of second-teamers in on defense for the Spartans.
Kyle Adams out of North Canton Hoover. Mike Fisher calls out the signals. Takes the snap in the shotgun, goes to Adams, who runs straight ahead, gets past the 45, and out near the 48-yard line. 2nd down and 7 for Ohio Wesleyan. So for the most part, all of the first stringers out for Case.
Trevor Shaver in up at nose guard. Also in the ballgame for Case, the senior linebacker from Milford, Ohio, Chris Wolf, is in the ballgame, 6'4", 220 pounds, playing middle linebacker.
They will hand this one to Adams again, keeping it straight upfield. Gets across the 50, pick up of about 3, maybe 4. 3rd down and 5 for Ohio Wesleyan. Well, one of the great parts of Ohio Wesleyan athletic history is an association with Branch Rickey, who is best known for his long-time association in Major League Baseball with the Brooklyn Dodgers, most notably signing Jackie Robinson to a Major League Baseball contract with the Dodgers in 1946. As they hand it to Adams, flags come out. Adams tackled near the 47-yard line, but Rickey was a football coach here, a baseball coach.
Athletic director.
And then the athletic director.
Was also a graduate. He graduated in 1904 and took over the heads of those teams and the athletic department later into that decade. 1907, he took over as the football coach and athletic director. And that's several teams this year that have had some historical figures in sports that we've run across. Out at Oberlin, John Heisman is associated with that school. Woody Hayes is associated with Denison University as a head coach for the Big Red. And now Branch Rickey here at Ohio Wesleyan.
Under 9 to play here in the fourth quarter. They will hand this one to Raymond Beach. He gets across the 40-yard line down to the 38. Pickup of about 11 for the freshman, Raymond Beach. 8:35 and counting here in the fourth quarter. This game well in hand for the Spartans, who are ranked 15th nationally by D3Football.com. If you're interested in small college football, D3Football.com is a very interesting website and regarded really as the foremost authority on Division III football.
The chase for the Stag Bowl.
They keep this one in the hands of the quarterback, Fisher. He runs for the first down, but man, he is leveled as he absorbs a big hit over there.
James Waddick on the tackle for Case as he ran through Fisher and put him into the turf.
Fisher hops up. He's all right. Back for more action. It will be a first down. They have the first down. Well, they say short. And now they put out the third down marker. And now they're moving the chains. So now they'll get all that squared away. It is a first down at the 34-yard line. 35-0 Case. Yeah, right here in Delaware at the main intersection in town. It's Branch Rickey Way, celebrating the association with the great Branch Rickey. Back to throw Fisher. Quick screen pass. They hit Danny Flanagan with a completion. He gets out across the 30 to the 25, past the 20-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. And that's good for 15 yards all the way down to the 19.
In fact, the capital campaign here at Ohio Wesleyan to improve the athletic facilities is dedicated to Branch Rickey, remembering Branch Rickey. In fact, Rickey's grandson spoke at commencement a couple of years ago, as did the daughter of Jackie Robinson.
Fisher keeping it, gets down to the 15, near the 10-yard line before he's pushed back and tackled. That one short of the first down. Second down, about 4 coming up for Ohio Wesleyan as they march down here against the Case backups on defense. 35-0 Spartans. Branch Rickey not only famous for signing Jackie Robinson, which led to the integration of Major League Baseball, but many, as they hand it to Kyle Adams, he makes for the end zone, and they say he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. His foot stepped out. He dove into the end zone.
After he delivered just a shot to Derek Sharp. Sharp and Adams came face mask to face mask about the 3-yard line. And Sharp took the worst of that.
2-yard line, the line of scrimmage, as the Bishops look to avoid the shutout here today. Branch Rickey, while with the St. Louis Cardinals before his Dodgers days, was instrumental in the implementation of the farm system.
Really organizing teams to be affiliated with parent clubs.
Stephen Brown runs it in from 2 yards out. Brown, the main running back, gets the touchdown. That is his second touchdown run of the season, and that makes it a 35-6 football game here with Case leading it. They will bring out Trey Stallnaker, a freshman out of Lithia Springs, Georgia, to try the extra point. 6:03 to go here in the fourth quarter. The snap and the hold and the kick, and it is good. And the Bishops are on the board. It's now 35-7 Case. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action after this timeout on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
I have this cool cash. What can I do with it? You can turn it into a hot meal at Rascal House. It's the best value in town. What do they have there? Buckets of wings, pasta, sandwiches, salads, And of course, great pizza. Are they open late? You bet. Open every night till 2:30 a.m. And you can even build your own pizza and order it online at rascalhousepizza.com. Cool! See you at the Spartans game? Yep, and see you after at Rascal House.
This is Spartan Football on AM 1220 The Word.
6 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the football game at Selby Field in Delaware, Ohio. Case leading the Ohio Wesleyan Battling Bishops of the North Coast Athletic Conference. Case won by just a field goal at Case Field last year, but today they have this game well in hand. Press ready to kick off. He does so. This is a line drive kick that is taken by Bobby Bott at the 15-yard line. Bott out across the 30 near the 35-yard line before he runs into the pile, and he'll be stopped at the 35. And that's where the Spartan offense will take over. Special thanks to Nick Miller, our studio engineer today, doing a fine job as always, running our show back at the Salem headquarters. Very plush headquarters back there at Independence. Executive leather chairs in the studio for Nick Miller to work in. 5:53 to play. Similar to the environment we have here in our booth today, Ed, as they hand this one up the middle to Derek Bush across the 40 out to the 42-yard line. 5:44 to play and counting. Case leading at 35-7. Have you set your appointment with the chiropractor for Monday yet?
The 4-star accommodations. Enclosed bleachers here at Ohio Wesleyan.
Second down and 2 to go after an 8-yard run for Derek Bush. Joey Baum is the quarterback. Dan Whalen out. After another fine afternoon for Whalen, running for a touchdown, throwing for another. They'll hand this one to Bush again into the open field. Gets across midfield to the 40, still on his feet, across the 45 down to the 40-yard line of Ohio Wesleyan.
But I will say that part of the Remembering Branch Rickey campaign is to upgrade the press box here at Selby Stadium. So as the funds begin to arrive, maybe our next trip to Delaware will include a refurbished press box.
I have a couple years to work on it, I would think. I haven't seen the schedule for next year, but if the series shifts back to Case next year, probably be here in 2010. Here's the handoff to Bill Dykeman, and on first down, he runs across the 40 out to the 38-yard line and tripped up with 4.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Well, today, Ed, not a lot of surprises in this game, but what impressed you today about the Spartans?
Well, I think it was the fact that they managed to recover and come out in the second quarter and show some enthusiasm or show that excitement that we are used to seeing in the first quarter. Ohio Wesleyan really took their time and drew out that first quarter drive that they had and put Case kind of into a slumber. But in the second quarter, they really erupted, and you saw the quick strike capability of this team, as well as the ability to sustain a drive, a 19-play drive taking almost 9 minutes. And the Spartans really deflated Ohio Wesleyan, especially with Whalen's touchdown run at the end of the half.
Yeah, 28-0 lead at the half, and have not been challenged here in the second half. Joey Baum's pass incomplete.
And to continue on that thought, other than a couple of penalties in the third quarter, Case as a whole has really cut that down. They came into the ballgame averaging almost 7 penalties per game, and today they had just 1 in the first half. It was a 5-yard penalty. So Case really kind of beginning to control some of the mental mistakes that haven't yet hurt them on the scoreboard, but have plagued them in their overall performance.
Charlie Buckingham has checked in the game at wide receiver for Case. He's far to the left. He stands 6'7", Baum running straight up the middle on a quarterback keep. And he gets across the 35 down to the 33-yard line.
Does Sean McDonald know he's playing football? Head coach over at Case for the men's basketball
team. To come take a quick minute to talk to Charlie on the sideline. Charlie Buckingham, 6'7", 210, out of New Richmond, Ohio. Summit Country Day High School. 3:25 to go. It is fourth down. Case will go for it here. 4th and 3 from the Ohio Wesleyan 33. So Joey Baum goes back, hands to Bill Deitman, and he is hit and dropped short of the first down, and the Bishops will take over on down. So Bill Deitman still in the game, running hard, but cannot find the blocking to get that last 3 yards for the first down, and Ohio Wesleyan will take over.
Some more reserves in the ballgame for the Spartans.
Case will win their 17th consecutive regular season game today, and their defensive average will drop, provided the Bishops do not erupt here in the final 3 minutes. Here's a deep ball by Fisher that is almost intercepted. Intended downfield for R.J. Marsilio, and the defensive coverage for Case provided by Derek Sharp.
It was a jump ball. Both of them had one hand on the football, and when it landed on the turf, it squirted loose. So, no harm, no foul.
Second down and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Josh Murphy, a freshman linebacker in the game for Case from Kettering Fairmount High School, down near the Dayton area.
Fisher calling out the signals. Two receivers deep to the right side. There's movement on the line. That gets flags coming out from the pockets of almost every official on the field. That goes against the Spartans on the encroachment penalty. 3:03 to go here in the fourth quarter, and it's been a great day for Case. As we said, holding teams this year to 15.6 points per game on average, and holding the Bishops to just 7 today.
A lot of that coming in mop-up time. Case has given up 75 points on the season, 68 of those in the second half when the games have been well in hand.
Fisher running the football is tackled on second down and 5 and loses a couple of yards. It'll be third down about 8 as they mark the football back to the 35.
Kevin Strait is checked in at defensive back for the Spartans. He's a junior from Barberton, went to Coventry High School.
35-7 Case. Fisher rolling out to the right side, gets across the 35, puts his head down, gets hit, and is pushed out of bounds near the 40-yard line. That'll be well short of the first down. A fourth down coming up now for the battling Bishops with just 2:21 to play here in quarter number 4. Spartans got started off with 10:25 to go in the first quarter on a Greg Meyer 27-yard touchdown run. They have not looked back. Punt coming up by Chris Crass. He gets the foot into it. Good kick, spiraling to Luis Gonsalves at the 15, and he is met and tackled right after he catches the football. Nicely done by Eric Miller of the battling Bishops.
Gonsalves caught that punt off his shoulder, took a peek upfield, and all he saw was a black shirt closing in on him.
Football at the 17-yard line. He will need to run on a couple of minutes here, and that will just about take care of things this afternoon here at Selby Field on a very, very pleasant day, mid-50s at game time. 2:01 showing on the clock here in the fourth quarter. And a knee taken by Joey Baum to get the clock moving. And I do not foresee Ohio Wesleyan trying to stop the clock here. 35-7 Case. Hiram next week, a team that has historically struggled over the last few years, and that will be another road contest for Case.
Case will have to travel out to Manaway area of Ohio.
Baum back to take another knee as the clock continues to move with 1:20 showing on the clock. Coming up on our post-game show, we'll be talking with Greg Meyer of the Spartans, so we hope you'll stay tuned for that. We'll get some of Greg's thoughts on the ball game today.
Meyer had that opening touchdown run, 27 yards this afternoon. Got Case going on their first drive of the afternoon.
It has been a great day. This will be the 30th win for Greg Demilak in his 5th season as the head coach at Case Western Reserve. His all-time record will improve to 30-18 during his tenure at the helm of the Spartans. That will do it as Baum takes a knee. And the final score today, the Case Western Reserve Spartans defeat the Ohio Wesleyan Battling Bishops by a final score of 35-7 here at Selby Field. Handshakes between the teams. We'll have our post-game show following shortly. Ed will have a recap of the stats. We'll have post-game interviews as well. That's when we continue from Delaware in just a moment here on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.